Hello, everyone. Good evening. This is Life Issue. My name is Blessing. Thank you so much for coming to my channel this evening on another interesting topic that I want to bring to you today. Now, on our viral news this evening is the story of a popular Nigerian actor called Baba Ijesha. Now, I don't know if you have been following this news since it started, when the alleged offense happened. What I'm going to do this evening is to go through what actually happened or what the offense were, and then we now bring it down to what is happening now. All right, so please join me, stay tuned with me as we talk about this news. All right, so guys, today a court sitting in Lagos, Ikeja, the justice name is Justice Oluwatoyin Taiwo of the Ikeja Domestic Violence and Sexual Offense Court, found Baba Ijesha guilty of some of the counts. Okay, now there were a lot of things I'm going to say about what happened today, because when it comes to law, you must be able to prove that somebody is guilty beyond all reasonable doubts. And this is where the case against Baba Ijesha hanged on. The prosecutor needed to prove that he was guilty beyond all reasonable doubt. Now, the case against him was: one, indecent treatment of a child; two, sexual assault of a child. Sorry, guys. Sexual assault, attempted sexual assault by penetration, and sexual assault by penetration. Now, the later charges, which is the sexual, which has to do with penetration, it cannot be proven if the alleged crime has been happening over time. Now, because the case was that he started assaulting this child when she was very little, it wasn't the actual day that he was there that he penetrated. So if you actually follow the news and actually understand what is going on here, you will understand that there was no way the prosecutor could have proven those two charges, because it did not happen on that day. So let's go back to, for me personally, when I saw the news, I just remembered Iyabo and Tonto DK, and I felt, at least these people will feel very vindicated, because they were very vocal about this. Hi, Dissent. Hi, hello. I want to answer this, your question. Say, I wonder what put him into this. I'm going to answer this question later, because let me just go through the news and then we can start talking. All right. So let's go through what actually happened, because this happened last year. I think it was last year. Yeah, I think early last year. So basically, he went to Iyabo's house. Now, their colleague. No, he went to, Princess house. Princess house. Now, Princess is a comedian and also an actress, and he went to her house as colleague. Now, they were alleged to have gone out before. It doesn't really matter if they've gone out, if they were sleeping, if they are, it doesn't really matter. The point was that Baba Ijesha went to her house. When Princess left the house, he now assaulted. That is the CCTV camera. And that is, you can see him touching the little girl. That was what was caught on the camera. Now, even though people said that it was staged, the point is, if this guy is not a pedophile, if this guy does not have it in him to assault a minor, he wouldn't have done this. Now, if you can remember, when this case started, when the Lagos State Police Command arrested him, he actually admitted doing this. He actually admitted having had things with this child until the Ato Guild and Yomi and all of his pedophile gang started supporting him. Now, this case could have ended a long time ago if not for him getting some support from Yomi. Now, Yomi Fabiyi, I don't know, I'm going to play for you guys the video that Yomi released after the court case. And I'm also going to play for you Princess' response to Yomi. But I just wonder, how could a man support a pedophile friend? It shows, to be frank with you, birds of the same feather flocks together. The more Yomi supports this guy, the more I am actually convinced that he is actually doing the same thing and that he is also a pedophile. Because you cannot be in court and your friend is just being sentenced. The judge is saying that some of the charges are actually binding. And now you have this to say. Let's watch what Yomi had to say after the court case. When he came outside, this is what Yomi had to say. Let's watch him.
Like I always tell everybody. Are we ready? No. Sorry, let me my please. All right, my name is Yomi Fabiyi, and like I always tell you, fair trial, fair hearing is part of human rights. And in this case, you can understand that Lagos State government allows that the victim, the defendant, and the public, they have their rights protected. And that is what we're saying. And the argument of the defendant is that he's not guilty. And we need to also understand that if he's not guilty, he also have the opportunity of appealing.
Right, that's what he had to say.
He has completely right. So the fact that he's been found guilty of some charges, some is not guilty. That is what we're calling a proper democratic society. So we should allow the defendant to exercise his entire fundamental right, which is going to appeal, if necessary, to challenge the ruling of this court. And of course, I always tell you that is what I stand for. And there is no point denying the man as his name because we are colleagues. Others can choose to deny it, I will not. And what I am fighting for is the rights of everybody involved, the victim, the defendant, and the public. And the only way all that can be established is the court of law. And that is it. A lot of people say, he's dragging too much, they will throw the case away. Now they say that there is no bias. But of course.
Okay, people paint their own narrative, and he's trying to paint a narrative. And when I was researching and reading up people's comments about him, I digged up the fact that people actually say that he actually is one of those actors that actually will ask for sex for role. And people are saying that he should be very careful because he's actually, the way he's defending this guy, even after the court case, this guy's, granting media publicity, doing some press, briefing. So this is Princess actually responding to him in Yoruba, talking to him and telling him that he is actually Ode. Listen to Princess.
To say ó fẹ́ appeal ìwọ tó ò tí mọ nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ fún ẹ. Ijesha was sentenced today. You came to court to say ó fẹ́ appeal ìwọ tó ò tí mọ nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ fún ẹ. Go and count everybody that you came with. Those you brought to court. Go and count them. Lọ wò wọ́n lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan. Níbo ló wà? Àwọn míì ti kú. Àwọn míì wà lórí àìsàn. Bó jẹ́ fẹ́ gbọ́. Yomi Fabiyi títí di ìran kejì ẹ. Gbogbo ọmọ tó bá ti ara ẹ jáde ni mo sọ. Gbogbo ọmọ tó bá ti ara ẹ jáde ò ní jèrè wọn. Gbogbo ilé tí o bá wọ̀ wàá mú ẹkún wọbẹ̀. Gbogbo ọ̀nà tí o bá tẹ̀ aṣókùnkùn fún ẹ wàá béèrè fún ìrànlọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Ọlọ́run á kọ ẹ̀yìn sí ẹ. Àdàbí tí bíbélì yìí tí ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run tó bá sọ wípé ká má tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ wa. Àmọ́ tó bá jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run fẹ́ ká tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ wa. Tó bá jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run ó fẹ́ràn àwọn ọmọdé. Yomi Fabiyi láti èní lọ ó dẹni ìkọ̀sílẹ̀. Gbogbo ibi tí o bá ń lọ ò ní rí àánú Ọlọ́run. Láti èní lọ ìbínú Ọlọ́run ẹlẹ́ta ìlérò ó bọ́ sí orí ẹ̀. Yomi Fabiyi nítorí pé o kọ̀ o dẹ̀yìn lẹ́yìn èmi àti ẹbí mi because you decided láti sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀dí eṣiṣi tó ń bá òkú wọnú sáré. Bí Fẹ́rò àti àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ṣe parun sínú òkú pupa tí wọ́n parẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o ṣe máa parẹ́. Ní orúkọ Jésù, ní agbára ẹ̀jẹ̀ Jésù, ní agbára tó wà nínú ẹ̀jẹ̀ Jésù. Àdàbí tí Bíbélì bá sọ pé kí a má tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ wa. But if the Bible does not support evil, if the word of God does not support evil, Yomi, you still left your home today to come to court, to continue to try and victimize the survivors, to try and play. I don't care what you're doing, whether you are doing wanting clout or I don't care. I'm not one for clout. I don't have time for that. When I started in this job, I don't know where you are, but everything I have done, I have tried.
So basically, Princess is still live. If you want to go and join her, she's still live talking on her Instagram page. I just had to just get this out just to do this video. So she's really celebrating. She has a lot of Twitter accounts talking about what happened, because actually people actually accused her of being a woman who is angry with the man because he ditched her and everything. And they felt that, it was all a lie. But thank God that finally the court of law has finally sentenced Ijesha to 16 years imprisonment. Now, we all know how Nigerian court is. Even though Yomi is saying that he should take it to the Court of Appeal, but remember, this case actually hinged on one particular evidence, and that is the CCTV evidence. Now, if you look at the CCTV evidence, it was clear that he was actually molesting this child. People don't understand what sexual molestation is, or sexual assault, or what pedophile means in Nigeria, because we're so used to doing the things wrong that we think that when you touch a little child, or when you kind of like call a little child my wife, and you are touching the child, that is okay, that is normal. It is not normal. It's an act of pedophile. You can see him kissing the girl's finger or hand in this picture. That is pedophile. This girl was a minor. The guardian left you with this girl in a room, and you decide to do this. Typically, this story that we're talking is just because we're in Nigeria and we're still talking about it. And someone who calls himself Yomi can now come up and be talking about, people have a right. Right, care. This man will be on the sexual offense register if he was in any of the Western world. By now, he will be locked up, I'm telling you, because the society is not safe with this man prowling our streets. And this is because of the fact that the Nigerian society sees some of these things happening, uncle molesting their, relative, aunties molesting, and we just look the other way, and it's normal, it's okay. Okay, you have a housemaid and the oga is molesting them, and it's okay, and the wife covers it up because you don't want shame brought to your family, or you don't want your husband to be shamed. So this is why our society thinks that this is nothing. That is why a Yomi Fabiyi or whatever his name is can come and be talking trash and be having a press conference talking trash, and people are not, he's not being backlash, nothing happens to him, and he can actually go on and be on his page and be talking and nothing happens. To be frank with you, by now, think about R. Kelly. R. Kelly has been distanced by almost all of his friends. Doesn't even have a friend. They will just denounce him immediately in this part of the world. They will just throw him under the bus once someone's name is stained with anything that has to do with pedophile. But in Africa, we still have some people, some actors guild or whatever, supporting a pedophile. Anyway, guys, this is the story. Baba Ijesha has been finally sentenced. He is going in for 16 years. I hope he lands in one of those kiri that they can fix him up, okay? Fix him up and show him what being a pedophile actually is, and fix him up and get him to be to turn the other side and get the thing from the other side. Then he will learn his lesson touching a child. Can a man that was actually married to this beautiful woman decide that you'll be putting your prick on children? Now. Anyway, this is him. Let me show you him.
Move back. Move back.
All right, guys, I'm going to end this video by saying that we all need to be very safe out there. We need to actually be very close to our girl child and be talking to them and be asking them questions about those uncles and people that are close to them, okay? Because the pedophiles that are in our streets, you don't even know them. Some of them are uncles, some of them are people that relatives, people that are actually very close to you. So please make sure that you are actually talking to your children and that you are building that relationship and that you're actually monitoring them, because we don't know who to trust and we don't know who is actually honest and doing the right thing and not a pedophile. If anybody could have told us 2 years ago that Baba Ijesha is a pedophile, we would not have believed that, but now we know. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. What do you think? If you have any advice to give any parent, please do. Mine is make sure that you monitor your children and that you know that they are safe. Don't just say because this person is an uncle or this person is always coming to our house, I can actually hand my children or I can leave my children in their company. Please, you don't know who pedophiles are. It's not written on their face. We don't know. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please share my video. Please subscribe to my video if you like it. Also, there is a thank you button for you to also appreciate me and all the work I'm doing, trying to give you guys viral news and to entertain you. Please click the thank you button and just appreciate me. God bless you. Bye-bye. Until I come your way again tomorrow. Bye-bye.